Hey guys, Chris here back from C&H Technology again. We got another quick video here for you guys today. This is a video one of my subscribers asked me to make if I ever had another Ryobi 4-stroke in the shop over here. And last week we had a guy bring over two almost identical machines over here, so I thought it'd be a good idea to actually make this video right now today on Thursday morning. So what we have here in front of us today is Ryobi's entry-level, we don't call entry-level 4-stroke machine here. This is the 4-cycle S430 made by Ryobi right here as well too. And this is what it looks like with the cover off, the shroud cover on top of the engine. You have your overhead valve on top of your engine up here. You have your spark plug hole over here, and you have your timing belt right here for that. So this is definitely a overhead valve engine right here specifically for that. So this is what it looks like when you take the engine's cover off on here, and you can see all the timing belt and stuff like that for these machines. They have a relatively cheap, call it cheap design in these machines out here, unfortunately. And that's what it looks like on the top engine of the machine. Here's a shot of the rear portion of the engine as well too. So you have your breather line and your breather tube assembly right here for all your like a PCV system and stuff like that on here. Plus you have your crank, call your crank oil capacity down here right in the back right here for your sump down here. So you have your oil capacity dipstick in the back here for your crank for the oil capacity sump. And on the other one here, it's basically the same thing. This one is slightly newer than this one right here, specifically for that. So these ones are almost identical, basically. So they're have the same, same design for the actual engine on here for that. These engines do require heavier oil, guys. They require it's 20W50 oil here specifically, and so I can give you a better shot of the actual tag right here. But it definitely says it right here, so you have to use 20W50, right? So you can just zoom in on here for you. There we go. 20W50 oil used in these engines, guys. So recommend going down to your local Napa, Advance, AutoZone, and picking up some like good synthetic blend GTX Castrol high mileage 20W50. And these engines have a oil capacity of about 2.2 ounces, so you have to be extremely careful whenever you actually put the oil into the dipstick down here, guys. So let me show you what that looks like in here as well too. Take the dipstick off. Here's your dipstick, right like so. And always make sure you maintain it on a level surface whenever you actually want to add and change your oil level. Personally over here, whenever I get done, doing a tune-up on a machine and stuff like that, I typically run these 4-strokes for I'd say about 3 to 5 minutes on high, full speed, because it'll make the engine really hot out there, and hot oil flows better than cold oil. So run for about 3 to 5 minutes. If the weather outside is about 70, 75 degrees out there, then to change the oil out, you just dump the oil out. What you do is basically you have this basically facing the ground, so you want to upend it just like so, and you want to dump it into a container like this right here. You just put the ass end of this thing up in the air, and you dump it straight in your oil container right here as well too. And like I said before, you only want to put in good old 20W50 synthetic blend oil. That's what I use over here because it's cheap and it works, and it's the only one that's actually available in my store, because I went to Advance, went to AutoZone and Napa, and this is the only one I actually found was the cheapest 20W50 engine oil out here for that. So I definitely recommend the actual Castrol high mileage 20W50 oil for your Ryobi 4-cycle 4-stroke engine right here for the oil capacity. So this other work we had to do in these two machines here today was the machines needed the other additional work. It needed the fuel lines, new carb assembly on here as well too. The tanks need to be totally cleaned out. They both needed a new fuel filler down inside here as well too. Basically the guy left these things sitting in his shed for about 2 years, unfortunately, and the fuel lines were all rotted off. Plus the other thing was he had a lot of debris down inside the actual tank of these things as well too, so we had to clean all that shit out of here. Plus the other thing was we had to replace the gas cap, because the gas cap, it was missing the it was missing the seal down inside here. The seal was missing, and it was not sealing right on the actual lip right here as well too, so we had to replace the gas cap. Replaced the carbs on both machines here. The fuel lines were replaced. The tanks were totally cleaned and flushed out. New fuel filters on here as well too. Plus, you also had to replace the actual spark plugs. And I was in the process of replacing the spark plugs here today. And I just want to show you what those spark plugs look like. This is a Champion spark plug, guys. That's what it looks like on the side. And we'll flip it over to on the other side as well too. This is a RY4C Champion spark plug. So I can zoom in here and get a better shot here for you. It's a little bit crappy out in the light out here, so I'm gonna try to put it over in the darkness a little bit for you guys. It's RY4C Champion spark plug, and that's what this thing takes here for these 4-stroke engines out here for that. So if anybody has any comments, questions, whatnot, I'll go ahead and fire this machine up here for a couple seconds, and you can see it running as it should run. So let me bear with me here for a couple seconds. I gotta put my camera down. Okay guys, I'm back. Got the machine fired up here for you. It's idling relatively good. We'll go ahead and gun it up here for you and see it gunning up. Okay. So it's running great for us over here. This machine is currently ready to go back to the customer. The secondary one over here, I got to put a new spark plug in this one right here, and once we do that, the machine will be ready to go back to him as well too. So that's the review of the 4-stroke, 4-cycle S400 or S430 Ryobi string trimmer. Let me shut it off here. Okay, if anybody wants the information for your machine here about it, your information is on the bottom of the machine's housing down here. You have your information for the actual model number and also the we'll call year it was actually produced as well too. It's all clearly marked on the bottom of the machine down here. This is a model number, let me see here, model RY34447. You know, the date manufacturer code of 4/18/14. So all your contact and information about the specifics, emissions, and all that good stuff like that, they're all at the bottom of the actual housing underneath your machine's gas tank and the bottom portion of the machine right here for that. So let me see if I can get a better shot here for you. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Sorry about that. There we go. That's about as good as I can probably make it right there for you guys. But it has all your contact information, who makes it, model number, serial number, and the actual date code of the manufacturer of the machine as well too. So that's all the good stuff about this machine, guys. Overall, these machines are what I refer to as a entry-level machine. They're not any kind of a high-quality machine. It's something you can probably use if you just want to, you know, cut your yard every maybe 2 or 3 times a month and stuff like that, and just putt around your yard. But I currently do not recommend these for any kind of commercial application or commercial usage of your machine out there for that. If you want to get something that's going to last a long time, I recommend either getting a Stihl or a Husqvarna. If you want to get something that's going to be relatively cheap and you don't really care about the actual overall quality of it, and you're only going to be using it maybe once or twice out of the month out there, this is probably something you may want to buy right there for that. So if anybody has any comments, questions about either one of these machines here, feel free to leave me a message here, and I'll try to get back to you probably within 24 to 48 hours after you give me some kind of a quick reply in the comments section. I'll see you guys, and have a nice day.